Guys,
hello.
It's Tuesday.
Is it?
It is Tuesday.
Yeah, this week we'll be working a lot on Skystead Ranch. I know that you're going to be doing a lot of Skylet work, aren't you, Jack? There's a few that are pretty much there, which want to get over the finish line. I'm going to be working on the Skylet happiness behaviours ahead of the beta that we'll be doing. Is it next week or the week after? I should probably know that. You're going to be doing a bunch of Demetus work, aren't you? We've got show and tell on Thursday, so I think you plan on doing some levels and things, and the mini boss.
Yeah, pretty much.
We'll see what that's like. Yeah, so I've been working on Skystead Ranch. This week it'll be a lot to do with the likes and dislikes of all of the Skylets. So basically this pop-up menu in the bottom left here, there's a lot that needs to happen around here. You can see that I was carrying an item before, and it's kept the sort of the tags visible there, which isn't very good. We've got two new slider bars. One is supposed to be for happiness. It'd show you how happy they are, and one is for hunger. I think Jack's been working on the icons today. Does Spike have a little bit of hunger? No. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of work to get this all sorted. I sort of know what I'm doing for it though, just because I've had so long to think about it really. So it shouldn't be a concern, but at the moment, just for today, I've managed to get it working. So if you feed a Skylet something, you see the hunger bar goes up a little bit, and then there'll be a period of time where it's just sort of fine there, and then it'll start to decrease gradually after this grace time's over. And yeah, that's been it today. I've also been working a little bit last week that I didn't really show off, but a big change that we've made is this isn't actually the sandbox scene anymore. So we had two scenes before, the sandbox scene and the default scene, which has been a bit of a nightmare really, switching between which one you want. Let me through. So I've merged them all into one. So in theory, if you're in sandbox mode, the cave now will sort of be a bit sandboxy as well. So I've gone ahead and I've made some changes to the cave layout. Whereas if you're playing the normal mode, you'll come in here and it'll all be cracked earth and a bit broken down and things like that. So just a little bit nicer, and it makes it easier for us to dev really.
Okay, so this week I'm starting to work on the Advent DLC, and I've already made a bit of progress. So as you can see here, I've made a sort of Advent lantern with a bit of a little diorama inside. I thought I'd try and make it a bit more isometric, like the other isometric DLC I just worked on. But I think it looks pretty cool. I'm really happy with the colours and a bit more of the pinkish design rather than the bright luminous red. I think it's come out really well. Another image that I've been working on as well is this sort of cat in a stocking, which I think looks really cute. A bit of a smaller sprite one, overall I think is a nice contrast to the larger image that I've just done. As for now, as I'm working on some Christmas cookies as well. That's what I'm going to do. I've done 4 already, but I think I'm going to stop at 4. I was tempted to do 5, but I think the 4 is a nice composition, so I'm going to stop there.
Yeah, so today I've mainly been working on, the start of level 4. Just blocking it out, to be honest, and then starting on, some of the puzzles here, it's not really working properly, but the idea with this is that it's going to shoot through that wall, and you have to aim it to something on the back wall. You can deflect it, or just walk and then let it try to hit you and move out of the way. Either way will work. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. And then this, we wanted a giant kind of, I don't know, platforming section, a jumping puzzle. And yeah, I don't know, Lee just told us to kind of get creative with it. He's the one designing the levels, but I didn't really have anything to go off with this, so I've just been doing it on my own, really. He said he wants verticality, so it's not completely done yet. This it's going to go up that back wall there as well, so I just kind of threw in bits of what we had, so you can see this is kind of the platform that drops. I just made it so you can actually jump off it. I do need to make them reset though, because they just kind of stay there, and there's not really anywhere the other ones where you'll die if you fail in the other level. This one will just kind of stay there. Yeah, I should probably have a way to reset that. But yeah, I kind of liking this because this level seems a lot more platforming, and action based, like with enemies and stuff, as opposed to the other one, which seemed, the last level, level 3, seemed a lot more like puzzle based. So yeah, I'm quite enjoying working on this one so far.
Okay, so I've been doing some more work on Sport today, our new mushroom-themed Skylet, and it's come along pretty well. I actually thought I'd finished, but I completely forgot to finish off the special animations. There's a tiny bit more work to do, but everything else is pretty much ready to go for in-game. So I've been working on a lot of them, as you can see here, especially revolving around the happy and sad animation. So the happy one here, we've got a bit of more of a sway sort of look. Oh, where's my timeline gone? There it is. Again, try to emphasise a lot of weight in the head there. I'm not sure if I showed the run last time. I think I did. Maybe I didn't. It's finished now, though. I think it's the best animation I've got so far. I really love that one. And as for the last one, we have the sad one. Now it's finished. So he bangs his head on the floor and then has a little rest because it's quite sad. More frustrated than anything else. Really like that one. Again, trying to put a lot of weight in the head there. I think it came out pretty well.
So I just finished up the last level for the last of the Advent images for the WooLoop DLC. There's sort of tree topper putting the star on top of the tree. Some of these play testing. As well as that, I've done the rest of the QA fixes. So there's a couple of levels here left over by some of the volunteers in the past. There's some issues left over with them, so I've been assigned those and just fixed what people have found. And then other than that, there's a couple of Rob's levels left at the bottom here. I think there's 3 levels there. I'm going to go ahead and play test these now, and then either put them in progress to have new fixes, or put them into done. And then that'll be a lot of the book pretty much finished, ready for release at the end of the month.
Hello, it's another week of me being a chef again. Just been working on lots of cooking stuff. This is an innocent looking cream, but don't let it fool you. It's actually got a fish paste inside, so that makes it a healthier version of ice cream. Delicious. Today I made this kebab thing with how's that fish called? Oh, it's fat fish and devil's lettuce with some sauce. Yeah, I think I accidentally made the wrap bit probably a little bit too realistic for the game. It was very easy and simple to do. Might have to revisit this later, but I quite like how it looks. It's nice and bright and simple.
Yeah, I finished up all of the DLC work for this week, so that's WooLoop and Isometric DLC both put aside. And then took us a bit of a sidetrack doing some more trailers for the just for the Reddit advertising, and then to put on the Steam store page as well. So this one's like advertising the building in the game. So it's all clips of as you see, actually building objects. The tricky thing was getting the clips lined up perfectly in terms of like getting that sync there. Because what I did, I had the camera recording on a loop, and then I recorded like 3 different clips into the same loop. And I had to line them up pretty nicely to get the transitions looking good, and then try and get on beat as well. Just a bit lucky with some of them. But as you'll see at the bottom here, there's 2 music clips. One of them is muted. So the one on the bottom there is the original music, sort of the original trailer music, which you've done for all the other trailers. But I thought since we've got the new music, I'll give it a try. But then, as Bob pointed out, it's better. It was worth making 2 versions, one with the old music, one with the new music. So I did take a bit of extra work to retime these to the beat. But we've got both versions. We can run them both on Reddit, and then we can see which ones work the algorithm better, which ones grab more people to the click-through rate and that sort of stuff. But yeah, so we've got loads of versions over here in the folder, in the file, and Rob can get these uploaded and yeah, see which one performs best.
Today I also made this little grilled sea delights dish. I'm really excited to show this. I was quite excited about this little sauce thing that I put here until Lee said that it kind of looks like worms. I don't know, I think it looks like sauce.
Okay, so I didn't record yesterday because I wasn't really happy with the state this level was in. It was like able to be completed yesterday, but yeah, there was still a couple of things I wanted to iron out, but it's done now, so I'm happy to share it. So you can see here, first of all, we've got this kind of similar to the last level. It's like an arrow trap, but it follows you around. So the idea is to make it like hit these 3 buttons here. So you can see, yeah. And then this one, I'm not sure if I like this. Like my idea was to try and make it jump, like so you have to jump for the thing to aim at you a bit higher up, and then you can hit it. Yeah, I've been doing a couple of like bug fixes alongside this level as well. So for some reason that was like moving in the wrong direction. I still don't know why, but I just changed the direction it was moving in, even though it says it's not the right direction and it works. I really don't know. Yeah, but then you can see basically that opened that door. That through there is going to be like a secret way to just skip this level, but like you'll have to play it the first time. But if you're like speedrunning, the speedrun's going to be impossible until you get the grappling hook, and then you can go back and you can kind of skip all this that I'm going to show you in a second and just go straight to the end. But yeah, the next thing here is this button here, and this basically just disables the arrow trap thing. I think it's going to be a totem, but I kind of just kept it the same as in the other levels. It's kind of weird and it just follows you around like this. But yeah, you can see the rest of this here. I made these like they come back now, and I'm going to use a speedrun strat here and just do this and get straight across it all, because I did already show that off. And then this sets the lift off, so if you happen to die, then you can, yeah, just get back up really easily. And then we'll have this section that I've been doing. These are like the stomping things, so my idea was you had to kind of stand on the top of them. I was envisioning something with like platforms, you go up, then you turn around, and then you come back up, so they're like hitting the bottom and you had to avoid them at the bottom, and then you had to jump back on, but I don't really know. I just kind of ended up doing this. I'm happy with it though. Yeah, this is a bit. I'm just gonna stand here, right? Oh man, there we go. Yeah, quite difficult, but we'll have to show off tomorrow, and I'm worried that people might like struggle a bit there, because I've been struggling with it a bit, and I don't know, I'm literally playing it and testing it all the time, so yeah, hopefully it's not too bad. But yeah, we're at the end here. I've just realised them walk through there, I didn't know they could do that. Okay, I kind of need to do that, I've only just realised that now. But yeah, the idea here is that you have to defeat all the enemies to progress, and if you notice, there's no enemy counter in this level, so you can see there's now a 1 there, and that's because I took damage. So rather than having to kill all the enemies just because of this bit here where you're required to defeat these enemies to progress, yeah, we decided on not taking damage. It was a way to get an extra star instead. So yeah, you can see I've just failed that there, but it is set up where if you go back through, then you go back to the door. If I didn't take damage, another star would have appeared there, and it's very annoying that I can't show it now, but yeah.
Okay, so for a little while, Luna and our Spore Skylet have both had their model rig and texturing done. However, yesterday I spent a lot of time just getting all the animations completed and getting them in game for Rob to have a little go at. And I think they look pretty good. I've heard that Rob's got them in game now, but I thought I would show the animations that I did in the Unity edit, as it's a lot easier to visualize. There's no like rig or like any sort of vertical lines clipping in the way. So here's the eat animation, which I was really happy with. Just flies down there and grabs some food. Again, keeping the wings flowing so it keeps them up. And you can see there's a lot of weight bouncing up and down there to make it look like the wings are actually holding Luna up. We have the happy animation, same thing again. Not quite happy there. The process here was I actually took the wing animations from the idle and sort of just manipulated them so the movement's quite consistent, so that when it transitions between animations, the wing should ideally stay in the same place.
Okay, so we've just had show and tell for the month, and I've got lots of notes of things to be fixing for Skystead, especially as we're giving the beta to our Patreon backers next week. So there's a lot of work to do, but there has been a lot of really good progress though. So a lot of work on the field guide. So I've got Shelly here. You can see there's like likes and dislikes. This all works with the tag system with the items that I added last week. You see these different requirements work on different tabs now, so you can press the button and you can see the different things. And actually discovering the requirements for the Skylet is part of the game now. It's part of the original design. So you can see that like we've got a couple of criteria for Shelly here that have been passed with a little tick. When I pet Shelly, those become discovered, which is really, really good. And then if I go back onto the field guide, you can see that they have been discovered. And this last requirement here, essentially, like you could just guess it. You probably could with like the various descriptions and stuff and what they like and dislike. But we're going to try having it so that occasionally you get a little pop-up and saying there's something new to learn about this Skylet. Give them a little pet again, and then you'll learn that extra little bit of information, and then you'll know how to fully tame them and stuff. Yeah, Jack's got some new assets in for the little pop-up in the bottom left there. So we've got like the little bars and stuff to show the progress and things quite well now. So yeah, things are moving on.
Okay, so I did manage to almost get Bree's animations done today. I was one shot, so I did show and tell, but everything's pretty much done. The only thing that's left to do is the running animation. However, the two ones that I'm quite proud of today is the special and happy animation. So for the special animation, I did a sort of like a goat jumping into the air. I don't know how to explain the animation, I'll just show it. So that's the special one, really happy with that. I did try to put a lot of weight into the feet when it comes down, especially the head. I think it looks pretty good. It's kind of just swinging its hooves in the air as it jumps up. As for the happy animation, I've actually done a lot more stuff with the hooves as well. So it kind of plonked its feet into the dirt. Quite with that. Instead of just having like a sort of nod happy animation, I thought I'd do something that makes it look a bit more cute. I think that works overall pretty good. I did just finish the walk animation, and I was saying to Rob and Lee earlier that I've sort of made it a bit similar to the Fawn's walk. So as they do have a very similar silhouette where they're both, deer and sort of goat-esque bodies. I think it looks pretty good. Okay, so it's been a lot of fixing work today on the Skylet, but I have managed to start the new Skylet, which is our bird Skylet. I don't think we've got a name for this one yet. No, we don't. But this is going to be our sort of mid-game sort of bird-themed Skylet, which is going to be able to fly as well. So I've been doing a lot of sketches today. I don't really have an idea set in mind. This is why they all sort of rough. I don't really have a sort of base to go from. And the guy said yesterday, can I have a little bit of a mix of what's that bird called? Don't have the wrong beak. I've forgotten the name. a toucan, a parrot, and a hummingbird. So you can sort of see they're all a bit mixed. And the last one that I did here, the bottom right, Rob seemed to like. As well, but you also wanted to mix it with this beak up here. So on the next page I have only done two, I haven't done any more, but as you can see I've got this boy here which I quite like. I sort of like the design and sort of like feathery wings. I think I'm going to try to stick to this, but it'll be very hard tomorrow. So next week I'm going to do a few more sketches, try to get a final design, and then I'll hopefully start modelling.
Yeah, so today I've just been bashing through that list of bug fixes that I've got. One of them was to have a sort of like a height changing thing for this like highlighting this build thing. Oh, it's not working, is it? It's slightly off, isn't it? But basically the height of the terrain does change based on what like biome it is. So rocks is like slightly raised, water is somewhere around here. Where is it? There it is. Water is like it makes a hole. But this sort of like UI was just like stuck on like the one plane, so for the rocks it would actually go under and you couldn't see anything. So I've just been trying to play around with adding some sort of like height detection on it. It's not great, is it? But so let's get that fixed. But little attention to detail just so you can see it working. And yeah, we've managed to do some improvements to this little pop-up at the bottom here. So you see the puffle here, it's got a little notification icon on. If you click on now, you actually learn something new about them. Which is really good. I've also limited this to only be a few Skylets in each zone. That's just because like before, if you just basically went AFK in the game, you came back and every one of them had these pop-ups, which felt a bit naff. So now it's limited to about 4 per zone, so you're sort of like encouraged to keep doing it, and it's not going to be overwhelming. And yeah, you do learn some cool stuff. So if I just open the field guide in a second, when I've done with this animation, some information should have been unlocked. So where's Spook? Spook. There you go. So for it to appear, you need a peel rating of 1. That's what I just discovered there. Yeah, getting there. There's just a lot of bugs. A lot.
As mentioned, we had our show and tell yesterday instead of today. Normally do it on a Friday, sort of the first Friday of the month or second Friday of the month. But due to just holidays and stuff, we've rearranged it. But with that, we had a lot of feedback, finding some other player testing on the Demetus game so far. And we did get some good feedback on that as well. So what I'm doing now is essentially the main bit of feedback that I took on board was the fact that the puzzles are just very haphazard. You sort of get given a puzzle without any sort of introduction to it prior. So sort of building up to the bigger puzzle at the end of the level is sort of the way I'm going to start approaching it. So I've kept these 2 levels in the OneNote, just moving them under an archive section just so we can ignore those. I was just looking back at all designs, and then I'm redoing the levels with the feedback taken on board as well. So you can see here, instead of just having one of these puzzles, I'm sort of building up by slowly introducing more and more complex ones. And yeah, then we'll go from there. There was other feedback in terms of enemy stuff as well, so sort of spreading those out a bit more. And yeah, once I get all these levels redesigned, I'll let Cameron have a look and we'll see if these are good to go forward with.
Wobbly!
Yeah.
It's Friday.
It's the weekend.
All done for the week.
Yeah, a bit of a different one having spin plan yesterday, but in terms of what's coming up in the next couple of weeks, we have the isometric DLC coming out tonight for us guys. So for you watching the video, that'll be out last week. If you haven't picked it up, check it out, it's a good one. And then all that's left for the rest of the year is we have one Exceed DLC coming out in the next couple of weeks, and we have 2 Advent packs, one for WooLoop and one for Coloring Pixels. So get them wishlisted as well.
Yeah, and make sure to wish you Skystead Ranch as always. We're going to be entering beta next week or something, maybe the week after. We'll see. But yeah, thanks to everyone who has watched this video so far. Usually people click off by now, don't they? But thanks everyone in Discord and all of our patrons and people who probably tuned into Jack's stream, which will have been out today, this video. So